Welcome to a powered cube draft on Magic the Gathering Arena. If you're new here, my name's Cody Lee and I upload a brand new draft video every single day. If something that interests you, like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, tell the robots you enjoy this type of content. It helps us new creators out quite a lot. And I say new like I haven't been uploading videos for a year. Go check out the channel. There's a backlog, man. Feels pretty good. As is, we're looking at a cube pack. Cube's been rough. We've been doing pretty solid. We're keeping a positive win rate, but barely. And I think we're going to be starting with a Tolarian Academy. Tolarian Academy is one of the more broken things you can be doing. There's an Urza Saga in here. Grabomination, one of my favorites. But yeah, Tolarian Academy is just real solid, and we're going to keep an eye out for artifacts. Artifacts and draw sevens. There's a Booster Tutor, a Flash, and an Urza. Oof. So, Flash. You may put a creature card from your hand on the battlefield. If you do, sacrifice it unless you pay its mana cost reduced by 2. Phenomenal. If you get to play an Arcana Cruelty, enters or attacks target opponent, sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. They discard a card, lose a life. You draw a card, gain 3 life. Boom, for 2 mana. I mean, it costs you 2 cards, but phenomenal. We're going to take Urza, though. 4 mana for a 1/4, enters with an artifact, gets a little bit of those artifact synergies, and I'm kind of here for that. We're going to follow that up with a Mana Skeleton. There's a Brea's Apprentice, which is interesting to me. Worth noting, there's also a Saheeli Sublime Artificer and a Spell Pierce. I think right now I'm probably looking at something like the Saheeli. The Mana Skeleton is interesting, but I think Saheeli's probably going to be a little bit better. I mean, Spell Pierce is that interaction, and realistically, Spell Pierce might be a little bit better for us in general. So maybe that's something we should look into taking early. I'm going to take the Spell Pierce. Here, we're going to take a Nutrient Block. There's a Preacher of the Schism, which is interesting. Plateau. If any of these were a blue dual, we might be looking at those. Literally any of them. Nutrient Block is 1 mana indestructible. When you put it into the graveyard from battlefield, draw a card. So it's an artifact that has sack potential, and it also gains some life. You can activate it at instant speed, all that good stuff. There's a Skull Clamp. Skull Clamp would be probably a little bit better, and honestly, Improvised Arsenal is interesting to me. We should probably be taking something like a Skull Clamp here. Not a Nutrient Block. Almost got you there, though. Retrofitter Foundry, very solid. 1 mana to create a bunch of servo tokens. I think we're going to be taking that. No real reason to look at anything else here. There's a Stock Up. Stock Up's really good, especially with this really cool art. But Retrofitter Foundry is the real solid one. Here, there's a Talisman of Creativity, as well as a Steam Vents and a Chrome Host Seed Shark. I do think we're going to take the Talisman of Creativity. Chances are we're going to be in blue-red if we're going to be an artifact, so that's a really good thing to have. Plus, it is an artifact itself. Great for us. There's a Chrome Host Seed Shark, which would be pretty good. Steam Vents, obviously, card we wouldn't mind having. But let's take the Talisman, and we'll be pretty happy with it. One of these cards, two of these cards are going to come back around. One of them is going to be March of the Otherworldly Light, and I think the other is going to be the Magma Blood Archaic. Place your bets now. Good luck. As is, we've got a nice little deck here. I would like that Stock Up. I mean, you're looking at this and I'm like, Stock Up would make this phenomenal. We do need some card draw just in general. Urza's strong, but he's just one guy. I don't think the... what's the land? Chromatic Star, there's a Nexus of Becoming, Legion Extruder, and a Kolaghan's Command. Honestly, the Unholy Heat, the Chromatic Star are both interesting to me. Legion Extruder deals 2 damage to any target, and then you're sacrificing artifacts. If we have the Nutrient Block, maybe Nutrient Block comes around realistically. But let's take the Nexus of Becoming. Nexus of Becoming is a nice little payoff card for us, and we're going to want artifacts. This Rogran Triome is interesting to me. Rust Harvester is also somewhat interesting to me, but I do think maybe like Magda, Karn, Power and Toughness are each equal to the greatest mana value among artifacts you control. At the beginning of your upkeep, add colorless for each artifact. You can only cast it on artifacts, like, eh. But let's take the Magda. I don't know if Magda's going to be good for us, but we're going to take it. Thunder Trap Trainer. There's a Krang. Flying, Trample, Indestructible, Haste, and other artifacts you control have a bunch of things. Like, that seems like it would be pretty good for us. But we have so few creatures. Non-creature, non-land. Thunder Trap Trainer is just so solid. Here, Mana Confluence. Be able to fix our mana if we want and need. There's the Brea's Apprentice here. The Monoskeleton is interesting to me as well, but let's take the Brea's Apprentice. 3 mana for a 2/3. When it enters, create a 1/1 color stopped or artifact creature token with flying. Ooh, Improvised Arsenal or a Seer. Let's take the Seer. Improvised Arsenal seems interesting, but maybe not the best. Pyrite Spellbomb here. X is removal for us as well as card draw. The Magma Blood Archaic, I got one right, but it's Tamio that came back around. That's incorrect. And a land. Alright. Any power? No. No power, but there is a Grim Monolith. It's worth noting there is a Nadu as well. I haven't had a chance to do anything with Nadu yet. I do really enjoy myself a Nadu style situation, but we're going to take the Grim Monolith here. Pretty easy pick. Ooh, this Does Machines is interesting to me. So when this class enters, mill 2 cards, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. When this class becomes level 2, return up to 2 target artifact cards from your graveyard to your hand, so you're just getting cards back. And then 5 for level 3. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put 3 1/1 counters on target artifact you control. If it isn't a creature, it becomes a creature. I think that could be pretty good. There's a Lightning Bolt here, and I think we're taking Lightning Bolt over that. Like, let's be real. It's Lightning Bolt. Now, I don't have any of the 0 mana artifacts. I don't have any power. Those are my big, like, frowny faces right now. That's what I'm going to call them. Frowny faces. We would like to see more artifacts. I haven't had a chance to mess with Nexus of Becoming very much. This card is one of those, I feel like it could be either extremely good or it does almost nothing for you. But let's see. There's a Displacer Kitten, Mastermind, and a Thieving Skydiver. The Displacer Kitten, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent you control. We're going to have a bunch of artifacts. Right now we have 2, realistically. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent you control. Let's take the Displacer Kitten. No. Yeah. Let's take the Displacer Kitten. Ooh, there's a Jace there, and a Tishana's, and a Coveted Jewel. So Coveted Jewel, when this artifact enters, draw 3 cards, combos with Displacer Kitten, and it taps for a bunch of mana. We're going to take the Coveted Jewel. Now, mind you, I haven't seen that one, that combo go off yet. But I'm kind of here for it. This Magda art's pretty sick. What set is that from? If you know that set, let me know in the comments because it's not one that I'm familiar with. Ravenous Robots gives us a bunch of tokens. Literally nothing else that we can play in this entire pack. Dang. I do want y'all to know, right now, I'm looking outside to my left, and it is so sunny outside here in Michigan. It is gorgeous. I'm hoping that I can get out by the water at some point today. It's one of the big things here in Michigan, and I feel bad for the people who don't have it nearby, but we have water almost everywhere. It is pretty difficult to go somewhere without water in Michigan. Now, mind you, I'm trying to steal it all. They tried to put a pipeline to Vegas at one point. I remember reading something about it. It's crazy stuff. Enduring Curiosity, we don't have a bunch of creatures. Could still be good, but I think I'm going to take the Coalition Relic. Coalition Relic is good, but it's not as good as it used to be. I want to know, if you're listening to this right now and you used to watch old school MTGO, LSV, Cheon drafts from the Cube, and they talk, or even Kenji, they talk about Coalition Relic and how it's an insta pick. Let me know. If that's your thing, let me know because I'm super curious. Here, I do think we're gonna take the upheaval. We have some of the fast mana. We have some of the draw. Or I say we have some of the draw. We don't really have that much draw. We have Thunder Trap Trainer, Pyrite Spellbomb. Grindstone is the only thing that I would be interested in taking. That's, I'm taking it. Cryogen Relic. That's not a bad one for us. There is a sneak attack here. We don't have anything to sneak attack, so we're going to take the Cryogen Relic. Grindstone. If you don't know, there's a Grindstone Painter Servant combo. Painter Servant turns every card, wherever it is, into a certain color, and then Grindstone, the mills 2 cards. If they share a color milled this way, repeat it. You mill their whole deck. It's pretty sick. We're not going to play any of these. We'll take the Emrakul and put it in the sideboard. I mean, we could take the Talisman of Conviction. Maybe we play that. I don't think we will. I'd rather take the Emrakul because when in doubt, rare draft. Always. Even if this is all Phantom, and that doesn't matter. There's 2 cards we could play here. We'll take the Memory Jar. I don't think we're going to end up playing this unless we end up finding like a Hull Breacher or something like that. Fairy Mastermind will take. Harmonized Trio. There's an Otawara. Or an Overlord of the Boiler Bridges. This card is so cool. I want to take it purely because of how cool it looks. Let's take the Overlord. I don't think we're going to end up playing it, but I want it. When in doubt, take the land. Keep passing green. Leovold. Great. Razor Verge Thicket. You know we're playing it. And no power. That feels bad, friends. But we do have a Tameo here. There's a Polluted Delta. Sunbaked Canyon, I think, is out. You'll notice the Arcbound Ravager art here is kind of wild. The Painter's Servant that matches with Grindstone also has pretty wild art, so keep an eye out for that. As is, we're going to take the Tameo pretty easily here. Here, I think we're looking at an Abrade, realistically. An Evora is interesting because it creates a blood token, which is indeed an artifact. An Emeritus of Conflict could give me a couple of lightning bolts, but like, will it? Let's take the Evora. If Evora gets down and is able to do her thing, it'll be great. Here, a couple of cards that we would very much like. I mean, Ugin, realistically, we would also like, but let's take the Vivi. Vivi is very, very strong, especially when we're looking at a breakdown of our deck like we are. Overlord's Cut. Magda probably getting cut. Yeah, and we're looking at a fully playable deck right now. Mind you, that's with the Grindstone in, so chances are we'd be cutting that for whatever 4th pick comes around right now. Which is a Broadside Bombardier or a Quarry Steelcutter. Which one, guys? Honestly, Lotus Petal is an interesting one as well. But I do think we're going to take the broadside Bombardier. Quarry Steelcutter is solid, but broadside is just so very good. Following that up, there's a Portal to Phyrexia here. If we had something like a Tinker, I'd be taking that. As is, I think I'm taking an Expressive Iteration or a Quantum Riddler. Grindstone is out. If we're taking this Quantum, honestly, Malcolm also would be very good for us. But let's take the Quantum. No. Yeah, we're going to take the Quantum Riddler. Expressive Iteration is good, but Quantum Riddler is very good. Memory Jar is out. There's a Chrome Dome here. Krang, the affinity for artifacts. When Krang enters, if you have fewer than 4 cards in hand, draw cards equal to the difference. Gets +1/+0 for each other artifact you control. So we do have a bunch of artifacts, which is good. Chrome Dome does the duplicating thing, and we have a Tolarian Academy, so we're going to take Chrome Dome. Brain Freeze. There's a Goblin Engineer. Brain Freeze is interesting, but we're going to take the Goblin Engineer because I think it's going to be useful. And there's a Tezzeret. We'll take a Tezzeret. So mind you, his neg 3 can only find Skull Clamp, Retrofitters, or Pyrite right now. But honestly, that's pretty good. We're going to get rid of the Coalition Relic here. Galvanic Discharge. Probably getting rid of that. Probably dropping Talisman of Creativity. We're probably dropping Nexus of Becoming. Displacer Kitten with some of these things is alright, but it's not great. So yeah, we're going to take in a Braid, and we're going to drop a Displacer Kitten. Do we take a Tersa and drop a Coveted Jewel? Yeah, let's take the Tersa and we're going to drop the Coveted Jewel. Steel Overseer. We'll take it. We'll see if we end up playing it. Malcolm came back around. We're actually going to take that Malcolm 100% of the time. Floodpits Drowner. We're going to side that inside the Grist. This deck got very low to the ground. Quantum Riddler's good. Brea's Apprentice is not good enough. And I don't think a Braid is good enough. Goblin Engineer, searching for an artifact. Nope, Steel Overseer's out. Sorry. How many artifacts do we have? We have 7 artifacts only. We've cut quite a few of our artifacts. So Goblin Engineer might not be good enough. Without Goblin Engineer, we play like Brea's Apprentice. And I do think we want to get the Overlord of the Boiler Bridges in and drop off like one of those mountains. No, maybe we're up on mountain, down on island. Yeah, I think this is what we're looking at. And I'm going to see you folks in game 1. MTGG. Let's go, MTGG. Opponent goes first. We've got a great hand. We're going to keep it. I am going to play out the Pyrite Spellbomb. I could have held up Lightning Bolt. And next turn I'm going to be able to Evora. Ooh. We're going to play out the Evora. They've got a Karakas that can bounce it multiple times, but let's see you do it, man. I mean, I'm going to be able to profit from the blood token, so. And it's Ophelia. An elite spellbinder. What card are you going to take? They're going to be able to Ophelia the elite spellbinder, though. That's my assumption, yeah. No blocks. Fair enough, fair enough. So we're going to play this. We're going to do this. We're going to discard the Braid. No, we're going to discard the Overlord of the Boiler Bridges to draw. And then we're going to, yeah, deal 3 damage there. And we're going to swing for 2. You're going to block. The thing is, even if they block, I'm getting a blood token, which is going to make this tap for 4. End turn. They're going to be able to bounce Evora, which is super annoying. To be expected, I suppose. They've got something in there. The bouncing of Elite Spellbinder was pretty good by them, though. Thalia, sure. Discard a card, sacrifice this token to draw a card. So how do I want to approach this? It costs 3. We're going to kill the Thalia. You going to bounce it? The thing is, I'm getting more and more mana with my Tolarian Academy here. So I'm slowly pulling ahead. Go ahead and play out the Cryogen Relic. Able to draw. Play this out. Get in. And get another blood token. We'll be able to pop the Pyrite Spellbomb to kill something while still tapping and being able to play one of our threats, which is super nice. We've got the blood tokens. Broadside can sacrifice Cryogen to kill whatever they play. And they can't do anything against Broadside, which is super nice. Yes, there is your Thalia. Go ahead and just hit that. Nice. What else have you got going on over there, friend? Nothing? How do I want to approach this? Let's go ahead and play the Brea. Another way to sacrifice the Cryogen Relic. Play out the Skull Clamp. Skull Clamp, draw me 2. Yeah, power of Skull Clamp here. +1, -1. Just such a strong artifact. I feel like our opponent is stalling out. I'm just going to go ahead and equip this. They're going to probably bounce it, which fair enough. To be expected. Although they're going to be in a little bit of a rough spot. Usher of the Fallen. Broadside Bombardier. Yes, I am going to equip it. Hit it. Hit it with something and let me draw 2. That is less fun. No attacks. How do I want to do this? They're going to bounce either of these, so let's just play out the Aurora. Get another token. And do I want to draw 2 from her? I could actually do that. I'm going to do that. In this instance, drawing 2 I think is very much worth it. And we're going to end turn there. Broadside being able to come down. I don't think that they'll have another Unexpectedly Absent. It is worth noting, we're also... Ooh, okay. We're going to go ahead and sacrifice one of these blood tokens to get our advantage here. And we got a mountain for it. Resolve. We're going to take 4, and I think they're going to get a little bit more. How are you going to do this, friend? You going to attack in? Their own exercise costs 3 mana for them. I find that kind of hilarious. The issue is they don't really have an answer for the Broadside Bombardier. I wonder, is this them gonna time us out? Is this them gonna time us out? That sentence was a travesty of the English language. And I wonder if they did disconnect. As is, I have not seen very many people trying to play mono white in the cube. I do try to do some of those like challenge drafts. Mono white would be one of them that I would enjoy trying to do. They had a nice, really nice start with Elite Spellbinder and Felia. Yep, you're getting in. Go ahead and play that out. Go ahead and play the Broadside Bombardier. Attack. Choose any target. We're going to hit the Ushar. We're going to sacrifice the Cryogen Relic. When that leaves, I get to draw a card. We've got a bunch of flash flyers. We're just going to go ahead and play out the Ravenous Robots. Bet. 1-0. I'll see you guys in the next game. Okay, Godfather of the Mighty. You think you can take me down? You think you have what it takes? You might. We're going to keep this, though. This is very solid. Retrofitter Foundry coming down. Oh, jeez. And then we get literally, like, the best card we can possibly get. Tolarian Academy is a broken card. Their own Cryogen Relic, nice. A Mox Opal, nice.
You're inferior in every possible way.
Neg 3, go grab us.
Every piece
Be in the battlefield. I'm gonna get myself a Skull Clamp. And play out a Skull Clamp. The Skull Clamp is going to be really useful with the Retrofitter Foundry. 2 to tap, 1 to equip, 3 mana, draw 2. We get to Divination. God. Powered Cube is so powerful, I built Divination with 2 cards. Ooh, their own Tezzeret. Not good.
Defying me will be your last act. Even these strange metals answer to me. I am in charge here.
I'm gonna play this out. Play this out. Play this out. They've got something going on here. What you got going on over there, Godfather?
Mana still obeys me here.
I'm gonna go ahead and tap that for 3. Tap this for 2. Put a loyalty counter there.
My network
Then
is
we are going
already
to
vast.
play out the Broadside Bombardier. We're gonna equip this to to the servo token. I'm gonna draw 2. Bet. We're gonna untap target artifact, yes. Create a colorless servo. Put a loyalty. Equip again. Draw 2 more. And I almost didn't take the skull clamp. Get in. End turn. I'm not going to use the boast to sacrifice the Cryogen Relic right now. There's no reason for us to. We've gotten to draw a bunch of cards. And hopefully that's good enough for us to win. An Oracle of the Alpha is really good. We did not see an Oracle of the Alpha in our draft. Play this out. I'm gonna cast this with Impending. And just hit the Oracle, the Alpha. A Seer. Oh, and a Concede. Okay. 2-0. Awesome. I'll see you guys in the next one. Evergreen, no title. Bet. We're gonna keep this. Start with an island. We'll probably go Grim Monolith unless they Gene Pollinator. Yeah, we're gonna Grim Monolith. What is this avatar? It's a pretty sick looking avatar. Ooh, a Renin 6. So that, my friends, is what we call a seer target. End turn. Fanatic of Ronas. 4 colors, no black. Bet. Mind Collapse is gone. Let's go ahead and play this Cryogen Relic. Draw. Play out the Tolarian Academy. 3, 6. So we can Thunder Trap with Offspring if we wanted. Is that better than just going like Malcolm? I think we're gonna Fairy Mastermind if they go for a draw or something here. So let's just keep that in mind. Okay. Job select. That doesn't draw, which is kind of annoying. The Boseiju. No blocks. Pass. My turn. We're gonna next get in Draw. Do we discard a Tursa here? No, I think we discard a Fairy Mastermind. We play that out. And then we are just casting this. And do we kill the Fanatic of Ronas? No, we're gonna kill this token. We got an Overlord of the Boiler Bilges. Overlord of the Boiler Bilges. Malcolm Alluring Scoundrel. These words that I say sound so absurd. Expressive Iteration. Cryogen Relic. The creativity is astounding. Oh. Yeah, so that might be game for us. Fractured Identity on Boiler Bilges is pretty good. We're going to go 2-1 and see you in the next. Maiar the Brilliant. Opponent goes first. No 1-drops, but a slew of 2 and 3s. We got both our colors. We're going to keep. I will say, I've been somewhat surprised and proud of how good Ivora has been. We will go Ivora. Blood Crypt starting town. What you gonna play? Choose an instant or sorcery, so they're gonna choose the Abrade. Dang, that sucks. Play out that Ivora. Thing is, Broadside Bombardier gonna come out and be. I just enjoy saying Bombardier. That might be absurd of me. Whenever you discard a card. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. We're gonna play this. We're gonna all attack. No, we're gonna attack with just that. Die. Now you lost your token. Now Moonshadow did get a little bit bigger. Hopefully we can kill that still. Oh, that's really not good though. Sacrifice another creature or artifact. That one's really not good for us. So we're gonna play out Thunder Trap Trainer. I'm gonna grab us a Pyrite Spellbomb. Play this, and we're gonna play out the Ravenous Robots. We're gonna attack in. And we're gonna discard. Yeah. Kills that. They take 2. But they have a Barrowgoyf, man. Oof. Next turn I can play the Pyrite Spellbomb and sack it though. I'm gonna block with the Avora. Aluris. Oh my goodness, man. Okay, so Pyrite Spellbomb comes down. Cryogen Relic comes down. Draw. And then
You're
neg 3.
inferior in every
Go
puzzle.
search for a
This
Skull
will
Clamp.
suffice for now.
Play out a Skull Clamp.
Soon you will crawl too easy.
So, what I can do here is I'm going to equip one of these. I'm going to draw 2. Going to next, attack, get in, boom, target this, sacrifice the Cryogen Relic. Get to draw a card here, hits that, and then I get to sacrifice this and kill the Barragoyf. And get in. Nice. Okay. They have 4. They have the Lurrus in. Lurrus is scary. Scary Lurrus. Able to play the Moon Shadow. The Ravenous Robots Talarian Academy combo is pretty nice. Them stalling on 3 mana is very nice. I'm sorry that I ever doubted how good you were, Skull Clamp. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play out the VV. I'm gonna do that to draw 2. I'm gonna do that to draw 2. And play out the Urza. Artifact, boom, boom.
I expect success.
So how am I able to play those right now? Oh, because I can tap artifacts. So we're gonna neg 3. Go find a Retrofitter Foundry.
Just what I needed.
Tap an artifact, tapping that one. Boom, hit him. Boom, boom, loyalty counter. This enters another loyalty counter.
This technology is advanced.
1, 2, 3, 4. I can pay 2 to tap that, make another. Yeah, but I can do that at instant speed. So nothing we need to do right now. I'm thinking, do we need to do anything with this Lurrus? If I attack in with the broadside. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. One. Yeah, we're just gonna next. No attacks, and then end turn here. We could have used the VV mana to activate Urza, but I don't think that's where we were at. We are pretty far ahead with what we've got right now. Ooh, that's a scary one, actually. Go ahead and play out the Fairy Mastermind. And Malcolm. And then we are going to draw... Ooh, and then this is where Chrome Dome enters into play. So we're going to play this out. We're going to play out the Chrome Dome.
Bow to your new... There is no system I can't improve.
We're going to be able to Create a token that's a copy of another target artifact you control. So are we going to copy the... yeah, let's go ahead and copy that. Let's go ahead and copy it again.
All too easy.
Well, let's go ahead and create a colorless servo artifact token. Let's go ahead and neg 7 to get an emblem. Let's go ahead and equip here. And we're gonna next hit the chrome dump. Yeah, there we go. Nice win for us there. I'll see you in the next. Okay, Duke Nukem. I don't think you got anything on me. I don't think you're ready for this. Oof. We actually get to play Tamio on 1. Do you guys say Tamio? Tamio? I remember saying Tamio way back when, but I've been hearing it more Tamio. That offspring symbol is pretty cool. We're going to keep this. Look at that little guy. Island Tamio.
Curious. I must investigate this scroll.
Blue red, a rust harvester. Ooh, to draw 2. Fair enough. Play out Navora. Create a blood token. A steel overseer. Fair enough. You gonna equip it to draw? No, dismember, take 4. Fair enough. End turn. We're gonna be able to play the Malcolm if we want. We're gonna be able to pop if we want. Ooh, a Tezzeret's a good one though.
A new power rises in this system. This will suffice.
Black Lotus?
for now.
No. Close.
My network is already vast. Bow to your new overlord.
Out of mana. What you got going on, friend? You gonna exile something to kill my Avora? My Avora will be able to trample over and kill your Tezzeret. I'm gonna discard Chrome Dome to draw a card. And then we're gonna play out the Malcolm. We're gonna play out the Pyrite Spellbomb. We're gonna play this. We're gonna pop the Pyrite Spellbomb to kill the Steel Overseer. We're gonna both go in here.
This
Make it
loss
happen.
is of no consequence.
And then we're gonna play the Cryogen Relic to draw a card. To draw a Seer. Okay, bet. So they're at 4 mana. They can pop. We didn't get to Evora, get a token, or Malcolm loot, which is a little bit sad for being realistic here. Chromatic Star, sure. The Tezzeret for Mox. Oh, a Kappa Cannoneer. That's a good one too. We're gonna get in. Block the Evora. So that's Ward 4. I actually don't think that there's a way for me to kill that. Draw. Discard. I cannot play a land. And I only have 3 to do that. Uh-oh. Unlucky. We're going to go ahead and cast this with Warp. To draw. I'm going to play out the Tezzeret.
Soon this system
Go ahead and search our library. Go grab us a Skull Clamp. And then turn. The Kappa Cannoneer was annoying. Probably shouldn't have attacked him with the Evora. Ooh. Actually, that's insane. It's a really good one. Chrome Dome's pretty good too. Ooh, and they're gonna hit me? That's crazy. So I am going to get in for 2. We'll draw. The discard. And then we're going to go ahead and Grim Monolith. Tap this to play the Brea. Brea comes in, does that, gets boom. I get to do this. This kills this. We're gonna untap the Grim Monolith. We're gonna tap that for 3 to play this. Put that there. Draw 2 cards. Play that out. Play out the Quantum Riddler. Draw 2. Bet. We're going to equip the Brea's Apprentice. And then, yeah, we're going to pop the glue. Draw. Bet. So now they can activate Chrome Dome, get another Kappa Cannoneer. Kappa Cannoneer gets haste, and I think I lose. It's worth noting. Pretty sure. Experimental Synthesizer. I'm here for their deck, though. Whenever this creature or another artifact you control enters, if they play one more artifact, we're screwed. White Samurai creature token. It's not another artifact, sadly. Otherwise, that would have given it to him. Duke Nukem. Give it to me. You got this. I believe in you. No? Only down to 2? Unless you got a burn spell in hand for lethal here? So that was incorrect. So I'm going to play out the Tersa. When I play out the Tersa, I'm going to discard 2 lands. going to play out the Retrofitter's Foundry.
I am in charge.
6, 7, 8. Play out the Broadside Bombardier. Play out the Urza Lord High Artificer. Beginning of combat on your turn, put 3/1 counters on target creature. They got a counterspell here? Bet.
My network is already vast.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How do I want to do this? Untap target artifact or creature. I don't really have a way to get red mana anymore. So let's just go ahead and move to combat. Get in there with all this. What have you got for me? Down to 5. Get to draw a card. Discard a card. And then I am going to actually... So this is not tap and sack. So I'm going to do... So that's 4. Ward 4. Resolve. Autopay. Put a stun counter on it. You don't get to attack with it. I'm down to 2. Oof. And they're going to give us the win. Snaps for us. Heck yeah. Awesome. I'll see you guys in the next game. 4-1 against 3 Force of Will 3. Let's see if we can keep up the nice little streak we got going. Pretty expensive hand. Opponent goes first. We're going to keep it. And we're going to hope for Tolarian Academy like we do in all of our games. Pyrite Spellbomb's a good one. We'll hope to give them something to cast it on other than our Broadside Bombardier. We're going to Thunder Trap Trainer next turn. Hundo P. And we're going to be able to Ravenous Robots with a Pyrite Spellbomb next turn. Heck yeah. We're going to get a Grim Monolith as well. Ooh. Popping that to draw a card is actually insanely good for us. Stock up. I do think I'm actually going to Tezzeret next turn then. So we could Ravenous Robots and put a little bit more of a clock on him, but I think Tezzeret grabbing us something, grabbing us a our draw 2 to combo with the Ravenous Robots. Oof. Okay. We're gonna do the Ravenous Robots this turn. No reason to go for the Skull Clamp. Now, if they counter the Skull Clamp, I'll be a little bit sad. Just a little bit sad. But now we've got one of our best little combos going. Don't kill our Ravenous Robots. Our TMNT special. Misty Rainforest, fair enough, fair enough. Ooh, okay. Counter my Tezzeret. No.
The Edge's technology serves one goal. My ascension!
I'm gonna go get myself something with Tezzeret. My Retrofitter Foundry.
This will suffice for now.
I am not going to attack into all that free mana.
I expect
No attacks.
success.
Play your flash threat. What you got? Steam Vents. If they don't play anything here. Kolgon's Command's probably the best card for him. Unholy Heat's a solid one. The fact that they waited until I got another robot from it is wild to me. Retrofitter with Tezzeret here. These are robots, not servos. Taxian Probe. Bet. Keep it going, man. One spell is not all you need here. You definitely need to do a little bit more. A Black Lotus is scary. Although a Black Lotus on 8 mana, a Dark Petition. Search your library for a card, put that card in your hand, then shuffle. If there are 2 or more instant and sorcery cards. Uh-oh. An Underworld Breach. If I get comboed out, I get comboed out. If they cast a Mind Freeze and then a Mind Freeze, we might lose. They're gonna Dark Petition for a Mind Freeze. Mind Freeze themselves. They don't have the triple black anymore. That's the thing. Brain freezing themselves. Yep, that's gonna get them. Concede. I'll see you guys in the next one. Fussy Control. The Ambitious. You're playing a turtle, friend. And I'm ready. Opponent goes first again. We've got a highly red hand, but we have a Tameo on one. This Overlord of the Boiler Bridges. This art is insane. Half the reason I want to play this card is purely because of the art. We're going to keep this. If they remove our Tamio, we're going to be in a rough spot. I think we've also been on a draw a majority of these games. I'm like, wait. Let me go check 17 lands data. How are we looking here? Play out that Grim Monolith. I'm looking at it. End my turn. We've been on the draw 4. 4 of these games we've been on the draw. End my turn. Ophelia. Bet. You gonna pop my clue token? Or are you gonna hit me with a... You're gonna Oracle of the Alpha and then bounce Oracle of the Alpha? That shoves like 6 kinda dead cards into your deck. We're gonna attack. Pay 3 to tap to activate and draw. Activate and draw.
This will be a boon to my research.
Whenever a creature attacks you or planeswalker,
Think before you act.
sacrifice this to draw a card. Oh, there's the mountain. Finally. 13 cards in, there's our first mountain. Booster tutor. Jeez. Our opponent's playing a fun one, and we've started off real rough. We had to get through 6 cards before we saw a mountain. Now, I'm not saying it's lost, because it's not. But we got a little bit to fight through here. Chain Lightning, milling a Mox Jet. There's a Mox Burl. You gonna bounce Oracle again? I would actually laugh if they did. Neg 3, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. If it's a green card, add 1 mana of any color. I don't have any green cards. You're gonna Chain Lightning to me though. Fair enough.
But I thought knowledge was power.
We get to play that. We get to play the Seer. Actually, oh my goodness. Okay, well, there's the game, guys. That's gonna be it. Not really, not necessarily. We do have... No, that's kind of it. Time Twister is a really strong one. Depending on what they get, of course. Mox Emerald. Ancestral Recall. Yeah. Yeah, good game, man. They're doing the real fun stuff. Felia into Oracle of the Alpha. It's realistically, dude, we had the answers too. Oh, it feels bad that we had the answers. Stoneforge Mystic, going searching for a... What you got in there? Cauldron Cup, yeah. Yeah, man. And that's an Orcish Bowmasters too. Nice. We're going to concede that one. We're going to look at a 4 and 3 and be pretty happy with it. We got a little unlucky in a couple of our losses. We were on the draw 5 out of 7 games. It happens sometimes, but in Cube, being on the draw is real not good. Especially when you're playing with that power level of cards. Now let's open these packs. No, we're not going to skip it. Oh, that was that Anafenza. I mentioned Anafenza a couple different times because I've seen the avatar. But hey, thanks so much for joining me on this draft, everyone. Hope you're having a great day. If you're new here, remember my name's Cody Lee and I upload a brand new draft video every single day. If that's something that interests you, like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, tell the robots you enjoy this type of content. It really does help me out. As is, hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful week. Get outside, touch grass, it's sunny out. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.